Hi everyone. I think this will be the last video for this semester. In this video, I'll be talking about the types of monologue and also the assignment or your final assignment for this class. I will also share the PowerPoint files here so that you can follow me easier. So in this video, I'll be talking about digital monologue. That would be your assignment. The first part here is the meaning of or the definition of monologue itself. So basically, it's an extended speech by one person in a drama. So here we have some pictures from previous classes. So this one I think is from 2013 when we did the monologue marathon. So these are the three types of monologue that we have discussed actually in our online discussion last week with other lecturers, with Bu Truli, Bu Ika, and also Pak Thomas. So the three types are dramatic monologue, which refers to speech by a character to a second person. So in a digital performance, then normally the players or the character there will not be looking at the camera, but he will be looking, he or she will be looking at the a bit of the right or to the left of the camera, as if he or she is talking to another person in the play. You can also see the example from the video last week, the King Henry V. I think the player was not looking at the camera, but he was looking to the side of the camera. The second type of the monologue is the soliloquy. It's a type of monologue in which a character directly addresses an audience. So in a digital performance, because he or she is addressing the audience directly, so he or she will be looking at the camera. So you can use also this technique when you're doing your monologue assignment. The third one here is interior monologue. So it's a type of monologue that shows the thoughts, feelings, and also ideas in the character's mind. I think the example of this one was from the movie the last of the Last Samurai. Yes, that movie when Tom Cruise or Captain Nathan Algren was commenting on Japanese culture, the way of the life of the samurai, the life of the Japanese people. So he was not talking to any other characters in that movie, but he was talking to himself in his head. So that is the third type of the monologue. So these are the examples from the monologue by the professional. So the first one was Romeo and Juliet, Act 2, Scene 2, and then King Henry V, Act 3, Scene 1, then also As You Like It. So the last one was, there were three monologues in the last video. So you can have like the first one in which Juliet was looking at the camera, but you can also have the second type here. King Henry, he was not looking at the camera, but then you can also have the similar to the third one. So you can work together with your friends. You record your monologue in your own place, in your own house or boarding house, and then maybe you send the file to your friends, and then you combine those files. So that the last one is a good example. We also give you similar example to this one, when the four of us, Bu Ika, Bu Truli, Pak Thomas, and myself were reading the Romeo and Juliet, the last part of Romeo and Juliet. So you can do that. You can do that with um, something like Zoom, or maybe what's the other one, Google Meet, for example, or some other program or apps that you can use, and then you combine them. You read one script together with maybe 2 or 3 friends, then recorded it, and then that will become your group project. So that is the third possibility. So you can do that by yourself, and then you can by looking at the camera, or you can do that by yourself not looking at the camera, but then you can also work with other friends, with some friends, to create monologue. Then from the movie, the first one was the Arabian Nights. I really like that one, because when he was discussing about story, the storyteller, he said that stories are more important than bread itself. That is the quote that is really powerful. If you can find the movie, actually, most of the sentences in this movie, most of the parts of those dialogues are really, really rich and meaningful, and there are many things that you can learn, because Arabian Nights, or the original story is 1001 Nights. So in Indonesian, I think it's also very, very famous. You have Aladdin and you have other story. So in Indonesian, it's called 1001 Malam. I think you have heard many stories from that that story. So it's really powerful story. I really like it. And then the second one was the Last Samurai. So that is the example of the third type of the monologue, when a character is talking to himself in his head. And then the last one, I really like it, because it's combination of English, and there are some Latin words there. So I think when Val Kilmer, as Doc Holliday, met Johnny Ringo, he started to use some powerful Latin quotes. Like, I think the first one was um, in vino veritas, something like that. When wine is in, and you'll be honest, more or less, something like that. But you can watch that yourself from the YouTube. And then for your assignment, I think you have to choose short monologue. It should be in English. And then I've provided a link. There are many monologues there that you can choose, for men, for women, for children. So you can, and then they are all free. This is just one example. You can also choose yourself, any other website providing free monologues. So you can choose which one do you want to. Like, is it dramatic monologue, is it interior monologue, or the other one? So please choose one of them. You can work by yourself, but you can also work in group. It should be around 50 to 5 minutes, no more than 5 minutes. I think 5 minutes would be too long. So choose the short one, the one that you like. You can choose that from different sources. So what you have to do is to attract the attention of the audience, or to make the audience focus on your monologue. So from your dramatic reading, I've given some feedback. For example, you have to try to use solid background, so that, you know, PC background is normally, or it will, you know, like distract the audience. They'll be looking at, oh, what is behind you, what is, you know, next to you, there's a picture behind you or something like that. So try to have plain background if it is possible, either that's wall or cloth or whatever. And then also avoid background noises. Some of you were staying in a boarding house close to a main road, for example, then sometimes you can hear the motorbike, sometimes you can hear some other, you know, the kids outside, or something like that. So try to pick the best time where it's quiet. So, you know, you don't have to be in the studio, but try to pick time, you know, you know better your place, your house. And then headshot, you know, like this, it's also a kind of a way to force the audience focus on your um, monologue. You can have, of course, whole body shot, but then you have to shout, because you have, when you have a whole body shot, then you'll be further from the recording device that you have, either that's your mobile phone or your camera. You'll be far away from that. But with headshot like this, you'll be closer to your camera, your recording device. So then your voice will be clearer, and, you know, so that the focus of the audience will be on the monologue itself. Then you have to upload it to either belajar.usd or Google Classroom. If you have problems, please let us know. Or you can also upload it in your own YouTube channel, because I noticed that some of you have YouTube channels, so you can upload it there and then send the link to Google Classroom or to our LMS. Then if it is possible, also please try to upload your monologue not later than 19th of June 2020, because that will be the last day of the exam. So we will be able to review that on time. Oh yeah, I've reviewed some of your videos, but I think I haven't finished that. So I'll need some more time to review some other videos that you have uploaded, and then I'll give you the feedback for the videos that you have uploaded previously, so that you can learn from that, and then you can improve in the next project. Again, if you have problems, just text us, contact us, or, you know, email us. And then this semester has been kind of unfortunate for us, because we cannot perform Mulan that we have planned for, you know, few months before the COVID outbreak. But this is also a kind of blessing in disguise, because then we are forced to change our lesson plan, and then 4 of us discuss this, and I think we concentrate on digital skills or digital literacy. In the previous years, previous classes, your seniors, we always, the purpose of the class is always to develop students, soft skills. But with this specific moment, then we try to develop digital skills among our students, among you. So digital literacy is very important nowadays. Even the teachers, when they are teaching, then they're forced to use now to either fully online or hybrid learning. So when you finish your study, you're in the English education department, so hopefully you'll become teachers. Or even if you're working in any other areas, digital skills now is very important. With the new normal, I think in the next 1 or 2 years, I think people cannot really, what is it, have activities in a normal way. So we have to keep physical distance. We'll work a lot with computers. We'll work a lot uh, in online mode. So I think this semester we are trying hard to give you, um, like assignments that will develop your digital literacy. So these are some, um, you know, areas or skills that hopefully you develop. So with this project, we hope that you develop your digital literacy, you improve your awareness, attitude, and ability to appropriately use digital tools and facilities. So that's what we are trying to work with you. We give you some examples. We use Zoom. We use what is it? The other one, WebEx, and then we also use the Google Meet, for example. Then you have the experience. So later, when you have to use that, then you'll be skillful. That is one of the purpose. So we are changing different platforms so that you have the experience. We also hope that you're able to identify, access, manage, integrate, evaluate, analyze, and synthesize digital resources. Almost all the resources that we have are digital resources. We give you YouTube channels, we give you links, we give you some text to read. So, and then they are all in the form of digital resources. So by doing that, we hope that you can learn something. Then later when you have to work with those kind of digital resources, then you are familiar with those. And then we also hope that you're able to construct new knowledge. You have new knowledge, create media expressions like the two exercises that we've just given you, the dramatic reading and also this one. We try to help you to force you to be able to create something digitally, and also communicate with others. And of course this is a kind of online communication in a specific context and specific life situation. So those are the skills that we hope you develop in this past, like 2 months when we are forced to do everything online. So it's also a kind of blessing in disguise that you develop this kind of skills. So I think that's all with this video, and we do hope that you develop those digital skills, and good luck for your project. Thank you.